Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kiki, the real name is Mark, and in today's video we are going to be going over the best Call of Duty shotguns A through Z. We've been doing this series with a bunch of different classes. We did it with snipers, SMGs, ARs, and now we're doing it with shotguns. And pretty much what it is the alphabet, but the best shotguns that start with each one of those letters. This was very hard to make because I obviously couldn't just look up a list of all these weapons sorted alphabetically. There's no website like that. So instead I had to go off of my Google Drive document where I have every single COD gun of all time written in there. I went through when I started this channel, just wrote down every single one, and looked through every single gun for each letter and see which ones were the best. So it took a while is what I'm trying to say, and any support goes a long way. If there isn't a gun that starts with a certain letter, by the way, we will just include one that has the letter in its name. And in the very, very rare instances where there's no gun in the entire history of that class in COD history that has that letter anywhere within its name, then unfortunately we kind of failed there and we can't really do anything about it. So yeah, song of the day, by the way, is called Dark Thoughts by Lil Tecca. It is a rap song, and it is a a mumble rap song as well. So even if you like the classic rap songs but don't like modern stuff, I wouldn't listen to this. It's really just like, it's a younger guy song, you know what I mean? If you're a younger guy, go give it a listen. I think it's good though. Yeah, I'm sick and like, you guys know me, man. My music taste is all over gosh darn creation, man. I can listen to like yodeling and be like, oh, this is pretty good. It makes no sense. I listen to whatever. But without further ado, let's get right into it with the letter A and what I believe to be the best Call of Duty shotgun that starts with that letter. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention this in the intro, and I just realized this halfway through recording this video that I forgot to mention it. It's kind of important, so I'm going to mention it right now real quick. But this is just from Call of Duty 4 to Black Ops 6 and not including Call of Duty Mobile. Also, I'm not including any variants, obviously, so any sort of Advanced Warfare named variants, any sort of Black Ops 3 named variants, or actually Black Ops 3 didn't have variants, but Infinite Warfare variants, you get the idea. Any variants that have a name that start with that letter, obviously it doesn't count. It has to be the base shotgun's name, and Call of Duty Mobile and the first 3 CODs are not included here. So let's get into the video. And that, my friends, is going to be going to the AA-12 from the original 2009 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This was a full auto shotgun. One of the, I was about to say one of, but I'm pretty sure it is the very first ever full auto shotgun we've ever gotten in Call of Duty history, period. And it wouldn't be happen again until Modern Warfare 3. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is it didn't really happen again for a very long time. And it was incredible. It was absolutely broken. It pretty much had the damage of a regular old pump action shotgun. Now, obviously not anything like the Spaz 12 in Modern Warfare 2, but it had some pretty good damage and range for something like this. It was full auto and insane. Okay, so B, I cheated a little bit, but cut me some slack. There are tons of other shotguns that you could pick from that start with the letter B. If you are upset with this, don't worry, it's still possible to do it with the letter B. But either way, I went with a 205 Brecci from Black Ops 3 because everyone just calls it the Brecci, man. Like, I'm not like, I know it starts with 205, technically speaking, but come on, cut me some slack. This is the best shotgun we've ever had in COD history, period. And, like, I'm gonna include it for the letter B. Sorry. For those who don't know, it was another full auto shotgun from Black Ops 3 that had absolutely insane range and damage potential and handling speeds and an insane hip fire spread. The Brecci is, like, dude, if you didn't play Black Ops 3 and didn't get to experience the insane damage that the Brecci could do, go back and play it right now. There are still people playing this game. Go back and play it. For the letter C, it's a COD that I never really played too much. It's the combat shotgun in Call of Duty Vanguard. I don't know what that stutter was there. Cut me some slack, please, though. But yeah, there wasn't actually too many letter C ones. As a matter of fact, the only other one I can think of off the top of my head is the other combat shotgun from Call of Duty World War II. And that one is good, don't get me wrong, but I think the Vanguard one is like the the best shotgun, I should say, in Vanguard. And I feel like it was only fair to at least include one Vanguard weapon on this list. And spoiler alert, but there is no other weapon on this list that is a Vanguard weapon. So I wanted to include it here. I think it's very good for the game, even though the game itself kind of sucks. As for the letter D, there's not a lot of shotguns in COD history that start with the letter D. As a matter of fact, obviously we're at the part where now it's, like I said this in the assault rifles and the SMGs video, where if I do the other classes, it's going to get pretty freaking difficult. And we will see that coming up very, very shortly here. It gets very difficult just because of the smaller selection that you have to choose from for these weapons. So for the letter D, I went with a double barrel in World at War. It's okay in World at War. It's much better than the trench gun. Let's just say that. It's miles better than the trench gun in that game. But it's not like, dude, you're not breaking any records with the double barrel in World at War. It's just that there's such a small selection that you kind of have to choose it. Speaking of small selections, coming in for the letter E is going to be going to the Expedite 12 in Modern Warfare 2022. And the reason why it's the letter E is just because the only shotgun in COD history that starts with the letter E. There are going to be a lot of instances of that on this list. but this is the first one of those, and honestly, I'm okay with that. The Expedite 12 in Modern Warfare 2022, while it wasn't like the best shotgun in that game, don't get me wrong, it was fine. It was fine. You could compete against the Kamchatka, or whatever that thing was called. You can compete against the Origin 12 or the MX Guardian, whatever those things were called. You can compete against it. Was it better than them? I don't think so, but it was at least competitive. And the letter F, unfortunately, is the same way. We're going to have to unfortunately go with the FP6 in Call of Duty Ghosts, because it's the only shotgun in COD history that starts with the letter F. It's not great, though. Let me just put that out there right now. COD Ghosts in general, none of the shotguns in that game were that good. Like, let's just be real, man. None of them were meta. It was just not a short range game in the slightest. But even on short range maps, you're going to want to use the SMGs just because of the way people play. They camp in corners and hold as long of an angle as humanly possible on the map. And so shotguns were just, dude, shotguns in COD Ghosts were just not it whatsoever. And the FP6, unfortunately, was one of those. It was pump action, didn't have a lot of range, didn't have a lot of damage, wasn't fast handling or nothing. It was whatever. For the letter G, we went with the Gallo SA-12 in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Every time I see that name, I always think to myself, is this what better motor for my Skyline, the Gallo 12 or the Gallo 24? The Gallo 24. I didn't know pizza places made Skyline motors. I love that quote, one of my favorite quotes of all time. But the reason why I chose it is not only because it's actually a pretty good weapon for the letter G, but it's actually the only shotgun in the COD history that starts with the letter G besides the Gracie Auto and Call of Duty Vanguard, and the Gracie Auto and Vanguard sucks. So it was pretty much had to be this weapon, and it was okay in multiplayer. It was pretty good. The Rampage, unfortunately, kind of just like outclassed it though. But the big thing with the Gallo SA-12 is it was like the shotgun, or just gun in general, to use for zombies in Black Ops Cold War. It was so much fun using it in zombies. For the letter H, there was a couple to choose from for the letter H. It wasn't like a small pool to choose from for the letter H here, don't get me wrong, just because of the fact that there was a couple haymakers. But I went with the Haymaker 12 and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I think this is one of the most underrated, not just shotguns, but guns in COD history in general, just due to the fact that it was in the same game as the Brecci. The Brecci was so broken to the fact that this gun, which is broken, it's insanely overpowered, it is just completely forgotten about. Like, nobody talks about the Haymaker 12 and Black Ops 3 just because, like, why would you? The Brecci is just better. And honestly, I get it. Like, again, it's just better. It's just a better shotgun. But the Haymaker 12 was insane. Any other COD, the Haymaker 12 would have been like, people would have been so mad. This thing was nuts. And the Haymaker 12 was arguably better in zombies. As for the letter I, we had to go with the .410 Ironhide in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Again, it's another one of those instances like the Brecci, where technically this doesn't count because it starts with a number. Well, actually, technically this one starts with a period. But either way, it doesn't start with the letter I. But if you don't include this one, then it's literally impossible. There's no shotgun in COD history that starts with the letter I, and this is as close as we can get to doing that. And so I'm counting it. On top of that, man, come on, cut me some slack. The numbers don't really count that much. Nobody actually goes, hey, are you using the 410 Ironhide? No, they're just saying, I'm using the Ironhide. Also, the Ironhide was actually kind of good in Cold War. It was actually one of the better shotguns, and it was fun. It was such a satisfying, fun gun to use. Like, the lever action, it was awesome. As for the letter J, we're going to be going with a gun that I think kind of sucks. But, dude, when I said it sucked in my video of ranking all the shotguns, I got a comment and some guy was like, you'd never played Modern Warfare 2019 before then. Dude, yes, I did. Okay, I was close to getting Damascus in that game. I never got it, but I was close to getting it. It's going to go to the JAK 12 in Modern Warfare 2019. And the reason why is because it's the only J shotgun in the entire history of COD. Not only that, but there are only 13 Js in general, not starting with like the starting letter, but just in general, for every single gun in COD history. Not just shotguns, every single gun. There are only the letter J only appears 13 times in every single gun's name in COD history. So it's very uncommon that we would get one that starts with the letter J for the class, but we did, and so we're taking it, man. The JAK 12 kind of sucks. I hate this shotgun, as a matter of fact, but it starts with letter J, man, so we got it. As for the letter K, it's a no-brainer. We're going with the KSG in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the sniper shotgun. At the time Black Ops 2 came out and everything like that, Battlefield 3, and I don't know when Battlefield 4 came out, but I know Battlefield 3 was out at least. But the Battlefield franchise already had the whole sniper shotgun thing down to rights, and everybody loved it. And so people were just looking for anything they could get their hands on in Call of Duty games that was like a sniper shotgun, and this is as close as we got. The KSG was insane. It was a slug round shotgun that just had absolutely insane range for a shotgun. Like, it was so much fun. It was such a fun freaking gun to use. If you never got to use it, go back and use it. It was a blast. As for the letter L, there was a couple to choose from here as well, don't get me wrong, but I'm going with the Lockwood 680 in Modern Warfare 2023. This is this game's base pump action, your starting shotgun. You know, every single Call of Duty starts you with just like a pretty solid pump action shotgun. You know what I mean? They're never great. They're never like the most broken gun in that game, but they're usually fine, and you're fine with using it. That is this game's version of that. And the Lockwood 680 was very, very, like I said, fine. On top of that, it was probably the most satisfying shotgun to use in Modern Warfare 2023. Like, is it the best? No, not even. Dude, this game had the freaking Reclaimers. Okay, this game had the Riveter. Like, no, it's not the best. Obviously, not the best shotgun in the game. But it was easily, like, dude, you're lying to yourself if you mean to tell me the Reclaimers are more satisfying to use than a pump-action shotgun. Speaking of satisfying to use, but actually, it was satisfying to use, but horrible to play against. Letter M, we went with the Model 1887s in Modern Warfare 2. Of course, we went with the Model 1887 in Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, this was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken though. If I'm not mistaken though, I think this is the first time ever that Call of Duty had to actually release a patch and nerf a gun in COD history, if I'm remembering correctly. That's insane, because for those who don't know, the Model 1887s at the launch of Modern Warfare 2s had infinite range, like literally infinite range, and you could dual wield them and had like literally no hip fire spread, and it was a shotgun. It was unbelievably broken, like unbelievably busted. It was insane. Now, like I said, they're nerfed. They're still broken. They still have insane range. They're not infinite. They're not as broken as they were at launch, but they're still freaking busted. They easily deserve a letter M spot. And honestly, one of the biggest surprises of this entire series that we've been doing so far is how rare it is for a gun to start with the letter N. Because for the letter N, it is impossible to have a shotgun that starts with letter N in COD history, so we went with one that just has the letter N in its name, which is going to be going for the Blunderbuss in Advanced Warfare. Not because it's good, it sucks. The Blunderbuss is obviously one of the worst shotguns in COD history. It's not a good gun to use, but you're not using a Blunderbuss to try and get a good KD and try and get your kill streaks. You're using it because they're fun, and I figured I should mention it at least once in this video, so we're going to mention it for the letter N spot. But yeah, in almost every one of these CODs so far, it's been actually kind of hard to find a weapon that starts with that letter, like the letter N. In the SMGs video, the Nambu Type 2 in World War II was the only SMG in COD history that started with the letter N. Like, it's actually kind of hard. As for the letter O, we actually had a couple ones to choose from for the letter O, surprisingly. It always is kind of, it's always a little surprising when you get there. But either way, I went with the Olympia in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Again, another Black Ops 3 shotgun that was just busted. Black Ops 3 shotguns were all kind of just busted. Like, dude, even the KRM, or whatever that thing was called, was pretty freaking nasty. The Argus, pretty good. Like, every shotgun in Black Ops 3 was broken. The only one that was like bad and you probably didn't want to use it is the Banshee. But the Olympia is a DLC supply drop only shotgun, so a lot of us never got the chance to use it, unfortunately, and it is, in my opinion, the best generation that we ever got of the Olympia. The Black Ops 1 Olympia, not even close. I guess the 725 is technically an Olympia, but yeah, you get it. As for the letter P, unfortunately, we have to go back to the impossible ones and get a cheat code out there. Guys, I don't know what you want me to do, okay? Like, I can't come up with a name, all right? And if you can find one, by all means, let me know. But I couldn't find a single shotgun in the entire history of COD that starts with the letter P. I always forget to mention this in the intro, so I'll mention it now, I guess. But yes, we're not including the first 3 Call of Duties, and we're not including Call of Duty Mobile, and obviously any sort of variants don't include for the name. Aren't included for the name either, obviously, because that would just be stupid. But either way, we went with the Rampage and Black Ops 4 because it has the letter P in its name, and that was like the best shotgun in BO4. It was really good. It was a really good shotgun. If you got it, you were probably pretty happy to use it. It was really annoying though, running around the map, and you would just hear doom, 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 and you just knew there was somebody on the enemy team with a Rampage, and you just knew you were about to get slammed. As for the letter Q, it is just quite literally impossible, obviously. There's obviously the letter Q is a letter where it's just not used that often in the English language in general. Like, it's just not. As a matter of fact, one of the most like iconic words that start with the letter Q is the word Q. And that's like, it's just, there's no words like start with the letter Q. There is no shotgun in COD history that starts with the letter Q or has the letter Q anywhere in its name. Again, unless there's a variant, but that doesn't count. As for the letter R, there was a couple to choose from, and people might get mad at me for choosing like a modern Call of Duty shotgun because everybody just hates modern COD nowadays and thinks that they can do like every weapon in those games suck, blah blah blah. But no, man, let's be real. It's the Reclaimer 18s in Modern Warfare 2023. There are a couple shotguns to choose from for the letter R for sure, don't get me wrong, that are more iconic, I guess you could say, in older CODs. I don't care. The Reclaimer 18 is so freaking broken in Modern Warfare 2023 that it is so frustrating to play against. It feels like the Model 1887s all over again. The 80, like the sprint to fire ADS speeds, by the way, you got to dual wield these things. It's like it's a jack variant. You can get that variant. And once you do, it's insane. Yes, you only have like 4 rounds in the mag. It's kind of like dual wielding the HS10s in Black Ops 1. It doesn't matter. They're far better than the HS10s. And as for the letter S, it's back-to-back absolutely busted guns. The letter S, again, had a lot of guns to choose from, specifically the Spaz line, but we went with the Spaz 12 in Modern Warfare 2, specifically. The Spaz 12 of Black Ops 1 and in Modern Warfare 3, almost every generation of the Spaz we've ever gotten have been really good. Like, the best guns, like, the best shotguns in their respective games, and that is no different in Modern Warfare 2. The Spaz 12 in Modern Warfare 2 is freaking insane. This thing, okay, once the Model 1887s got nerfed, this is where everybody that was using the broken shotguns and using the easy classes flied to. The Spaz 12s have or Spaz 12 I should say, has insane range in Modern Warfare 2. And it can compete with the likes of the freaking oh my, it's nasty. It is nasty. If you never got to use the MW2 with Spaz 12, go use it. The letter T doesn't really have too many options for it. I went with the toggle action in Call of Duty World War II as the best one, but there is a couple others that you can choose from. The TAC-19 and TAC-12, both from Advanced Warfare and Ghost respectively, and if you want to count it, the M1987 trench gun in World at War. Technically, it starts with the letter M, but again, it's kind of like everybody just calls it the trench gun, so that's why I figured it could count for the letter T. Either way, I went with the toggle action. This is the only semi-auto shotgun in Call of Duty World War II. Actually, that's the worst lie I've ever said in my entire life. There's 2 double-barrel shotguns in this game, and they're both obviously semi-auto as well. But it's the only like true semi-auto that we know and love, like the 8 rounds in the mag semi-auto. And if you miss your shots, it's the best shotgun in this game. As for the letter U, this one was a no-brainer. There could have been a bunch of letter U shotguns, and I still would have chose this one. There's some shotgun, like, whenever I do these lists, like the A to Z lists, there are some where it's just like, okay, I know I'm going to include that for that letter, so I just go and include it. I don't even look at the list, you know what I mean? I don't even look at the list of shotguns, because I don't care, I just know I'm going to choose it. And that was the letter U. There could be 15 other shotguns in COD history that start with the letter U. I don't care, this is easily the best one. The USAS 12 in Modern Warfare 3. It was a semi-auto shotgun in Modern Warfare 3 that had pump action range, pump action handling. It was insane. And I'm pretty sure you started with it. I think it was your starting shotgun in this game. What the hell? I'm sorry for my foul language, but why would you ever use anything else? The USAS 12 is insane. It's one of the only shotguns in Modern Warfare 3 that holds a candle to like the Modern Warfare 2 shotguns, which were obviously broken. As for the letter V, we are back to the ones where it got hard again to find one. For the letter V, we had to go with the VLK Rogue in Modern Warfare 2019 because it's the only shotgun in COD history that starts with the letter V. This is the second time Modern Warfare 2019 has helped us with that, both times being the JAK 12 and the VLK Rogue now. And both times they were bad. The VLK Rogue is horrible in Modern Warfare 2019. Like, the JAK 12, I don't like the JAK 12, but it's not horrible. I'll admit that. Like, you can definitely get away with using it. The VLK Rogue, no, it's just trash. It is easily the worst shotgun in Modern Warfare 2019. And this is a game that had the R90, the 725, the Model 680. Like, this game had busted shotguns in it. Then it had the VLK Rogue. You're not using this thing. As for the letter W, it is again kind of hard. It wasn't as hard as the letter V. There was a couple options, but very, very few. I went with the W1200 from Call of Duty 4. There was, like I said, not many W's in COD history. And the W1200 is COD 4, the first ever, again, I know COD 1, 2, and 3 obviously had some pump action shotguns in them, but the first ever, in my opinion, like, true Call of Duty game pump action shotgun. It was fun to use. Was it good or meta or anything? No, it wasn't. COD 4 was not run by shotguns at all. It was back in the day, back before they had insane movement and gunsmiths and small maps all the time. It was an AR game, obviously, but it was a fun weapon to use at the time, and yeah, you gotta love it. Gotta give respect where respect is due as well. Pay some respect to your elders. As for the letter X, I mean, did you really think there was going to be a shotgun that started with the letter X in COD history? There's not. There's no shotgun that starts with letter X in COD history. We went with the MX Guardian in Modern Warfare 2022 as the option because it has the letter X in its name. But fun fact, there are only 2 shotguns in the entire history of COD that have the letter X in their name somewhere, and both of them are in Modern Warfare 2022, and we already talked about the other one, the Expedite 12. So there are only 2, and that's why I didn't talk about the Expedite 12 here. Instead, we're going to talk about the MX Guardian because, again, it has the letter X. This is actually, in my opinion, a pretty freaking good shotgun in Modern Warfare 2022, but it's really annoying to go against on, like, shipment. And yet again, for the letter Y, it is, again, impossible to find a shotgun that starts with the letter Y in COD history, so we had to go with one that just has the letter Y in its name, and I went with the Bryson 800 in Modern Warfare 2022. Again, Modern Warfare 2022 is saving us yet again. Yeah, shotguns, and that's the one thing I will say, like, again, modern CODs, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely a big fan of the older ones over the modern CODs, but if you're a shotgun guy, when it comes to shotgun players and just being able to utilize them and have fun with shotguns, it's not even really a contest. Modern COD is definitely better at that than older CODs. Like, it just is. Black Ops 1 shotguns were useless. COD 4 shotguns were useless. World at War shotguns were useless. Modern Warfare 2, sure they were broken. Modern Warfare 3, they were kind of useless in that too. Black Ops 2, they were okay, but you weren't using them. Modern CODs, dude, using the Bryson 800 as a pump action shotgun, you can easily get away with this on almost any map, just due to the fact that movement makes it so that you can break the distance really fast. And yet again, the final letter of the entire English alphabet, obviously, the letter Z, it is again impossible to find a shotgun that starts with the letter Z in COD history. A bit of a anticlimactic ending to this video, but I went with the Cell 3 Cauterizer in Advanced Warfare because it's not only, well, I was about to say something stupid, but it is the only shotgun that has the letter Z anywhere in its name in the entire history of COD history. And so yeah, we went with the Cell 3 Cauterizer here. It was, for those who don't know, it was a DLC added into zombies, exo zombies, as a wonder weapon shotgun. And then later on into the game's life cycle, they added it into multiplayer to be able to play with in multiplayer, which is actually kind of cool. I give respect is due on that. That's fun. We've been asking for them to add like the ray gun in on multiplayer for years now, and they actually did it in Advanced Warfare with their wonder weapon, so that's cool. But the shotgun itself was never like great or anything. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of the best Call of Duty shotguns A through Z. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos I'd like to see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for any of my other social medias or any of my other YouTube channels or any of that great mumbo jumbo. And yeah, guys, that is it. I will be leaving a comment down below with my new YouTube channel where I will be uploading any sort of non-Call of Duty related gameplay videos. Just literally just me playing whatever video game I feel like playing that day or that week or whatever. However, there's going to be no upload schedule, no like editing schedule, nothing. It's just going to be a fun channel that I make to just talk to you guys and play video games casually on there. So if you guys want to check that out, go by all means, go right ahead. There's 75 of you guys have already subscribed to that channel, which is kind of funny because there's literally no videos there and 75 people subscribed. That's awesome, guys. Like 75 of you, like, just that's cool. I don't know, I like that a lot, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, guys, in the future we are definitely going to continue this series and finish off this series. Some people are saying like to do it with like maps and NPCs and things like that. Don't worry, I already got a couple ideas when it comes to doing those, and so I definitely will for show in the future. But as for the other series that we're doing, like the playthrough series, we're on COD Ghost Extinction. We did Point of Contact like 2 days ago, and then tomorrow it will be Nightfall, and I'm having fun with that. I'm having fun with that series, man, playing through all the zombies maps, because it makes me play some zombies maps that I never got to play before, like the COD Ghost Extinction maps. Like, I just played them all. They're all like downloaded on my phone right now, ready to be uploaded. It's just, I have them like backlogged, I guess you can say. And yeah, it was so much fun. It was so much fun to play through. Will I like play them again and like spend a bunch of time, like sink a bunch of time into the games and try and like master them? Definitely not. Like, I see why the game failed, but it's fun to play it every once. Like, freaking, it's been what, 12 years now, or 13 years maybe, since COD Ghost came out. It's fun to go back and see like that game mode again and see how it aged, and it was fun. It was a fun time to play. But either way, yeah, that is it. Pretty much it, man. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.